Bam, bam, bam.
Bam.
Juicy Lucía. Her name's Lucia.
Oh. Oh man. I had to do a walk-off right now. It's like you just hit a home run or something.
Hey, it's Cesar with the Food 52 Test Kitchen, and today I have a Midwestern classic meeting a South Florida classic. This is my Juicy Lucía. Juicy Lucy meets a Cuban sandwich. Let's make it. A Cuban sandwich is usually roast pork shoulder and ham. Today we're using ground pork. I also have the ham as well. And I basically want to season this very similarly to the way you would season the pork shoulder. So lots of garlic. And this recipe makes 8 burgers. I have my grated garlic. I have my adobo. I like to make my own adobo, but you can buy your own. Dried oregano, you can also use fresh oregano. I have a little cumin. The ground pork is already juicy. It has a good amount of fat, but I want it really moist, really succulent. So it's a little EVOO. The star of a Cuban-style pork shoulder, Cuban-style roast pork, especially something done in a caja china, is the mojo. Typically, it's made with sour orange. It's not the easiest thing to get. If you cannot find sour oranges, I can get it sometimes. Sometimes I have a harder time. You do orange juice and lime juice, and you get pretty close. It's not the same, but it scratches the itch, and it's also delicious. So I'm just gonna zest this orange. I like to zest a lot here. Do it over the bowl so all the oils get in there too. I feel like pork burgers are not something you see very often. And I don't know why, because they're very good. Also going in with my lime zest. So this has a lot of flavor. This burger is good on its own, even without stuffing it with the cheese and just doing the whole burger production. This mixture would make a great meatball. Just a pork meatball. This would be really, really nice. Give my limes a little roll. Wake them up. My orange. Test kitchen favorite, the Flusser. Going with our orange juice. I feel like, how many limes should I could put like 2 limes. I've never done the limes in this big one. Oh, it works, yeah. All right, also gonna go with a little salt, pepper. Let's mix. Put on a glove or a very clean hand. Let's get in there. I like to just squeeze and move. Don't wanna overwork it, but you do wanna make sure it's well incorporated. At this point, ideally, let this rest for like an hour in the fridge. Just let all those flavors kind of, get to know each other. Cover it up, pop it in the fridge, and while that's resting, let's work on our Dijonnaise, and we'll talk a little bit about the other stuff as well. Cuban sandwiches, Cubanos usually have some mustard, usually like Dijon mustard or yellow mustard. I like grainy Dijon. For this burger, I thought it'd be really nice to have a Dijonnaise, so a little mayo mixed with grainy mustard. And I'm also going in with grated garlic. So I've got our mayo, our mustard, our garlic, a little bit of pickle juice, a little pepper, salt. And this pairs really nicely with the pork and the ham and the Swiss. It just kind of breaks it up a little bit. It's creamy, but not too heavy feeling. Let's also talk a little bit about the other components. For anyone who's never had a Juicy Lucía is a burger from Minneapolis. The special thing about a Juicy Lucía is that the cheese is inside of the patty. And so it's kind of like a little surprise. And I don't know what about it makes it taste so much better. Like, it's just the cheese in it, but like, I don't know, like as it's melting and kind of like unifying with like the inner meat, it's super delicious. Other traditional components of a Cubano are the Swiss cheese and the ham. As your burger mixture is resting, work on the rest of your mise en place. So I have my ham and I have my Swiss cheese, but what I want to do with my cheese is I just want to fold them into squares. So this is what it's gonna look like. So for each burger, I want 2 slices of Swiss cheese. Also get your ham ready. I have my ham right here. Get your pickles ready. I like to use dill pickles. I personally like to slice my own pickles. I feel like it makes a difference. I feel like they taste different. Feel free to just get burger pre-sliced pickle chips. And the bread we're using today, I'm just using potato bread. I really like the sweetness of potato bread. This actually makes this Juicy Lucía closer to a Medianoche sandwich, which is basically like a type of Cuban sandwich, but it's on a different type of bread. It's on Medianoche bread, which is a sweet, enriched bread, really, really delicious. And it pairs really nicely with all the savory pork and the cheese. Fun fact about a Cuban sandwich, it's actually not from Cuba, it's from South Florida, by Cubans in South Florida. One of the first things I do when I land in Puerto Rico is I go to Panadería España, which is a famous old school bakery just a few minutes outside of the airport in San Juan. And the first thing I get is a medianoche. Like, that is my ritual. Another thing you can do while your meat is resting is just get a little color on your ham. And a heavy bottom skillet, I have a big cast iron here. Just heat it up over medium-high heat. So we were supposed to do this episode outside, but I don't know if you can see. We're getting a good old summer thunderstorm. So yeah, just throw your ham on. It really doesn't need much time at all. I mean, obviously ham is already cooked, but it just kind of like wakes it up a little bit, makes it a little sweeter. This step is not 100% necessary. This is just my personal preference. I feel like when you put a little bit of color on the ham, it just makes it a little sweeter. It tastes a little more interesting. I'm good with my ham. I'm gonna leave my pan over medium heat while I grab my meat, and I'm gonna show you how to assemble it.
All right.
Elvin, have you ever had a Cuban sandwich?
No, I haven't. I have not.
That's
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I have.
the ham,
yes, I'm
the
tripping.
pork.
Yes,
okay.
I have.
You stay tripping.
Yeah.
Our pork mixture has been resting for over an hour. 2 pounds of meat. So I'm gonna portion them. Each patty is gonna be 4 ounces. So a scale really helps here. Just gonna eyeball it at first. A little over 4. It doesn't have to be right on the money, but you wanna get as close to 4 as you can. Great.
4.10.
So as I put it there, just
format?
place them here for me. Yep. Perfect.
Oh, that's on point. Wow. All right. How many can you eat?
Of a Juicy Lucía?
Yeah. I feel like you need like 3.
I could bust down 2 before I feel disgusting.
2? Oh.
4, 5, 6.
4.85.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9.
Oh, we got 9 out of these.
Yeah.
Okay. So my idea was it'll make 8 burgers. We got 9. One of them's gonna be a double. How about that?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna take 1, right? And we're gonna split it in half.
Okay.
The bottom half, just gonna flatten it out. And we're gonna take a brick of
I
Swiss.
see what you're doing. All right. I see what you're doing.
And then with the other half,
Throw it on top.
right on top.
Okay.
And then we're gonna seal. You're gonna work it.
This is how you do it.
But you wanna make sure the cheese
It's tucked in, right?
is all tucked in. You see that?
Oh yeah,
You feel it?
I feel confident.
Feeling
in
it?
mine. Yeah.
Have you ever had a Juicy Lucía?
No, I haven't.
No?
Definitely not.
Not the easiest thing to find in New York for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hardest part is just,
I don't even think it's that.
that's not even hard.
No, it's not.
You just don't
Is
want.
this what you're talking about, the hardest? Or no?
Yeah.
I think this is the hardest.
Oh, she's cocky. We just want to make sure, the cheese is enclosed and we have a nice.
This one's really small too, so I was
Patty.
able to pack it in nicely.
One thing that's happening, if you feel like it's getting too sticky on your gloves, you can actually just wet your glove a little bit with some water and it'll help. As Elvin continues to shape these.
Ooh, did you zest it?
Yeah, you see the
I
zest.
saw the zest in there. I was like, oh,
Oh.
We got a little zest in here.
As an insurance policy, I just like to give my pan a little olive oil spray and then spritz my burgers as well. Bam, bam, bam,
Bam.
little olive oil spray too. I have a lot of garlic. I have adobo. I have little cumin, salt, pepper, oregano. Basically all the components that would go into a Cuban roast pork are in this burger. So I'm doing about 3 to 4 minutes per side. It's gonna be really flavorful.
Well, that looks like it's like kind of there, but
Damn, why are you trying to call me out, bro? If any cheese does ooze out a little bit, it does happen sometimes, even with Juicy Lucie's. It's just gonna get caramelized. It's gonna
that's a
become
good thing, right?
Yeah, it's gonna become like frico.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, frico. And look, here I made a Dijonaise. So it's mayonnaise, grainy Dijon mustard, garlic, a little salt and pepper, a little pickle juice in here too, just to brighten it up. What we're gonna do now is, and this is the beauty of having the parchment paper, we're just gonna transfer this over here. And then over here, we're gonna get our assembly line going. So if you can just start splitting the buns open for me, keep in mind which one's the bottom, which one's the top. But while these are cooking, what we're gonna do is, let's just spread a little bit of our Dijonaise on the bottom and top. Not too much.
Okay.
And then, you know, in real life, I usually don't like people in the kitchen with me.
I'm an exception.
I get violently angry. I'm like, but you cool.
All right.
You're not too bad.
I got the respect.
You're right. Beautiful. Look at that technique. An artist. Just want to put a few slices on the bottom. All right, we're ready. Ooh.
You see that cheese? That must be cheese. Yeah, that's the cheese that's going out. Ooh. That's good.
All right, Elvin. Now I need you to top all of them with pickles.
Pickles, okay.
So put the tops on, and then I'm gonna show you what's gonna come next.
Okay.
Don't be scared.
All right.
To further enforce the Cuban aspect of this burger, we gotta press it the way a Cubano is pressed.
Okay.
So
You gotta seal the deal.
we're sealing the deal.
As they
It's,
say.
it's going back in the fat. Woo! This is not for the faint of heart, literally and figuratively. And then you want to press it.
So you just leave it there for like what, like a few minutes? I'm
Yeah,
assuming?
just like a minute on each side,
Both sides?
more or less.
Okay.
You want to press it down. Don't press too much. You don't want cheese to leak out. Keep bussing.
Wait, so where would you get these?
Where would you get these? You wouldn't.
At yours?
At mine. I made it up.
Figure that.
I swear, bro, if I start seeing trucks selling this, I'm going to be mad. I think we should try one. Yeah?
Yeah.
You got a knife?
The moment I've been
Pass
waiting
me a
for.
clean knife. Wait, you ready for the cross section? Ooh,
There's the
look at that.
cheese.
Look at that juicy. There's the cheese. All that
Whoa.
ham. You got this.
Oh. Oh man.
What did you do?
I had to do a walk-off right now. It's like you just hit a home run or something.
She juicy.
Oh my god, my heart rate is really high. Holy macaroni.
Thank you for making this Juicy Lucia with me. This was Recipe Drop. Comment, like, subscribe. Recipe down below. See you later.